So what is Nanosilver? When was it founded? Nanosilver was founded in the late 1800s, being used in photo development. It was registered in the EPA, which is the Environment Protection Agency here in the United States, and it has been used in water filters and since the 1970s. So it has been around for some time. What is Nanosilver? Nanosilver is producing and utilizing nano-sized particles that are measured in nanometer. It has high efficacious, fast-acting, non-poisonous. It is also non-allergic. How do we get it? So of course we do get Nanosilver. We do get Nanosilver by, for example, we do eat food, or we do eat off of a fork or a spoon. There are small nanoparticles that do come off of that. Every time you do use it, there will be Nanosilver particles accumulating, and you can go ahead and get it that way. So we will go ahead and speak about the mask, which is going to be our state of the art. Here in the mask, it's a good thing that masks, they give these masks are also made out of nanosilver or nanoparticles as well. It's a good thing that with these masks, it does have the opportunity to slow down any type of more mass production of bacteria or viruses. So, and also it does also encourage, or it does give you the freedom to use these masks for a long period of time. These masks are created to as well have filters. That gives these filters. Filters give you access to easy breathing with a filter as well. Basically, breathing with no restriction. So it's easy for anyone to use. For example, any kids, anybody to use. You can always wash it in a long period of time. But it just gives you the opportunity to have these masks instead of always throwing them away. Even after washing these masks for multiple times, there is no change in the nano filters, or as well as it within the nanosilver. That just shows how strong it is on the nanosilver. It just shows you like the structure does not change at all. So it just shows the strength of the nanosilver. You can always wash it. You can wash it to about 30 times, and there will be any change whatsoever within the mask or within the nanosilver. So it just gives you the opportunity, to have a more sturdy mask in the future and in the long run. So the synopsis problem, these problems are the only way that they're going to be solved. The problem before was having, regular masks. You would have to change them out every 4 hours. Having this nanosilver came into the medical field. Having them is a big help within the medical field. It just gives our medical people or the staff the opportunity to not always be worrying about changing the mask every 4 hours or every shift, when they can just have one throughout their whole shift. These nanosilver masks are the ones that are probably the medical fields are going to start going into more in the future, especially since we're at a time where masks are a big need in the moment, just because of what is going on with COVID. So in the future, we're hoping nanofilter is something big. Hopefully we're able to just grow in it, be able to see any new material or any new way nanosilver can help out. Another issue would be first, when they weren't sure if they were going to make a surplus of them or they're just going to make a small amount of them. If they could only make, they don't want to make a mass variety of masks and not being able to have just them laying down, not making sure they're going to produce and have that strength that they do or it's supposed to have in them. We're at a point, like I mentioned earlier, we're at a point where masks are at a big moment. So we're just hoping, like I mentioned, in the future we're able to improvise on these nanosilver masks, just so our medical staff can be more safe. And they can just keep washing them when they get home. They don't have to always, be taking them off and taking them off every 4 hours. It just gives them the help, and I believe it's a good opportunity for masks to be able to, for masks within, or nanosilver within masks, just to protect our medical staff a lot better. And I'll go ahead and pass it here to my partner, Timothy Salinas.
Solution to the problem. A problem that is consistent with the extended use of materials associated with cotton is that the fact that fungi and bacteria can accumulate over long periods of time. As users wear or come in contact with different materials, the user will contaminate the product with its natural oils, bodily perspirations, or through a moist ambient environment. A 2012 study led by O. Koka, U. Altoparlak, and their colleagues showed bacteria and funguses on different types of material. The results present the survival rate of a single event of contamination in controlled environments. As you can see, E. Thechium had the longest survival time on cotton polyester fabrics, while S. maltophilia had the shortest survival time on all the tested fabrics. The median survival period for all the tested bacteria and fungi on cotton was 26 days. Now, with silver-infused materials, we begin to see these complications dissipate. By coating or impregnating the textile cotton fibers with silver nanoparticles, it inhibits the growth of these bacterial events. Although many experiments and tests by various individuals in the nanotechnology field show results that indicate silver nanoparticles reduce bacterial presence, the exact effects are still undefined on how this is achieved. However, one explanation that is widely accepted is referred to as contact killing. In contact killing, the silver nanoparticles anchor themselves to the bacteria membrane through electrostatic attractions. This is the result of positively charged silver particles and negatively charged cellular membrane of the bacteria. This charge is due to the presence of carboxyl, phosphate, and amino groups found in the bacteria. When the silver attaches itself to the said membrane, it causes damage to the membrane, which can ultimately lead to cellular leakage and bacterial death. Now, from the image off to the right, you can see where the nanosilver particles are inside the bacteria. The white spots you see here are the nanosilver particles. Limitations of the proposal implementation. Although one can see the advantages of silver nanoparticles when used in medical products such as medical masks, gauzes, and bandages, or cotton woven garments, it does come with some complications. The effects of long exposure to silver nanoparticles have been observed, and a medical consensus of caution can be concluded. Silver in bulk is relatively non-toxic to humans and animal cells. However, once the physical dimensions reach nanoscale, it can exhibit significant toxic properties. If inhalation or instillation occurs due to prolonged exposure to silver, for example, work environments, dangerous levels of cytotoxicity can affect different parts of the human body. There is a long-lasting effect when the silver can build up in the tissues of the body. It gives your mucous membranes and skin a grayish appearance. This is a symptom called, or a symptom of a condition called argyria. Damage to the alveolar macrophage cells as well as epithelial lung cells, for example, can occur in other cases. In Timothy Nerswiak's systematic microvascular dysfunction and inflammation after pulmonary particulate matter exposure, coagulation and cardiac rhythmic irregularities in the cardiovascular system were connected to the inhalation of these silver nanoparticles. In some cases, unrelated to prior ones stated, neurological complications such as seizures have been linked to the exposure of silver in silver compounds. Conclusion. To conclude, coming towards the near future, we are hoping that nanosilvers can be more in the medical field. As we gathered plenty of information, it has been proven that nanosilver had a successful rate of bacterial presence when trying to eradicate it. In the future, we hope that nanosilver technology will become better understood and used in every way imaginable. We have seen the capabilities of what they can do in regards to negative and positive effects on society. Over time, scientists will be able to overcome the negative effects on the human body by figuring out how to safely implement it and use nanosilver to its full potential. Nanosilver had a great potential for the future, and we are hoping that it will be a promising one. Thank you.